When I was 6 years old, I wrote a note to myself saying that Stephen is a world champion. It's been my dream ever since I rode a bike.
Steve HOLCOMBE, champion du monde d'enduro, E3 cette saison. Enduro world champion, congratulations.
From quite an early age, even before he could ride a motorcycle, other people noticed that maybe he had something a little special.
And my expectations at the beginning of the year were to finish on the podium in E3 if I could, hopefully get 1 or 2 day wins, you know, during the year. But to come out in Morocco and get a day win on the second day is, you know, really good, and that obviously then changed my mind for the rest of the year. And yeah, we fight for the E3 championship. A lot of dreams have come true this weekend, and you know, I'm just very thankful to everyone who supported me.
Halo guys, ya hari ini gua berkesempatan wawancara melalui teleconference ya dengan pembalap yang jos. Kenapa gue bilang jos? Dia itu sudah 5 kali menjadi juara dunia World Champion Enduro. Ya, di kompetisi apa dia 5 kali juara Enduro World Champion? Ya, kita tanya ya. Ya, gue bersama Om Roberto ya selaku translator gue. Karena gue little I can lah ngomong bahasa Inggris, jadi gue butuh abang botak ini. Ya, kita lanjut. Lu bisa lihat gue screen record melalui MacBook rekamannya, dan juga dari kamera yang lu lihat ini. Ya, langsung aja kita lihat. Ini dia Steve HOLCOMBE. Halo. Fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, I have many questions for you.
That's good.
Yeah. Monggo,
Okay,
Mas.
Steve. First of all, they asked me, you are 5 times world champion in Enduro GP. So how difficult was, and why you are 5 times world champion?
I don't know. It's difficult for me also to explain how I done it. Yeah, I think I was just in the right place in the right time. I didn't become a professional until I was like 20, 21. So I think that was the perfect time that I was old enough to, you know, accept the difficulties of the job, because it's not an easy job to do. And yeah, I think I had the right people around me and the right support and a great team, and yeah, I managed to have a really strong four years so far. Looking forward to continue the progress.
Oke, silakan ditranslate. Jadi kata dia apa?
Katanya dia bilang, ya, I was on the right time, on the right
Place. And the right team.
Pasti ini susah juga, katanya bilang, nggak easy juga kan.
Iya.
Juga dia
Nggak gampang.
Tidak gampang kan.
Untuk mendapatkan world champion itu nggak mudah.
Iya.
Jadi dia sangat beruntung gitu ya. Katanya sangat beruntung memiliki tim yang good, and then waktu yang tepat, dan dia juga semua sudah persiapkan gitu ya.
Iya,
mungkin ya.
gitu.
Terus pertanyaan kedua, umurnya Abang Steve Holcombe tuh berapa tahun sih?
How old are you now?
25, 26 in around 1 month.
Oh, 26
Ya,
bulan kapan?
1 bulan lagi, 1 bulan 6.
Bulan depan dia ulang tahun guys ya.
Ya, 26.
Jadi umurnya 26 tahun.
26 years old.
Dan sejak kapan kamu main motor? Dari umur berapa?
Since when you play motor? Since when you start?
Yeah, with
old.
So I started riding probably when I was around 3 or 4 years old, on a little 50cc. But in the UK, the rules are you can only race a motorcycle after 6 years old. So I started racing motocross around 6 years old until around 13, 14, and then made the transition into enduro. And yeah, haven't looked back.
Dia mulai ya.
Jadi kebanyakan ngomong itu apa? Jelasin dulu.
Dia mulai start motocross, mulai balap 6 tahun, tapi sebelumnya udah 5 tahun udah mulai main motor.
Jadi umur 6 tahun.
6 tahun.
6 tahun. Dia sudah megang motor
Motocross.
cc 50 cc.
Iya, 50 cc.
50 cc. Oh. Jadi masih kecil ya?
Iya.
Terus ya sudah berapa tahun kamu balapan?
Now you start so basically you since 6 years old you racing. You never stop.
Yeah.
Dari umur 6.
Wow. 6 tahun sudah balapan. Waduh. Gua 6 tahun ngapain ya, guys? Masih main gundul kali. Nah, terus caranya seperti apa kamu melakukan menjaga fisik? Steve Holcombe ini mah harus menjaga kekuatan fisiknya, terus juga melatih terus skillnya, meningkatkan skillnya dengan cara apa? Kamu tanya.
So basically you are riding and then you also do some training, physically activity. So let's see right now what is based in your week. Let's say in the week what you are doing. You riding along and.
Yeah, so depends as well what time of year really, because our season usually starts late March and runs to October. So we have, I would say, around 4 to 6 weeks where we can have off during the year, or certainly not do as much training. But I would say from February, I try to ride at least 3 to 4 times a week, certainly before the season starts, just to get a good volume of training on the bike. But then off-bike training is like gym, cycling, rowing, running, some swimming when I'm in the UK. So yeah, we try to, depending on, again, which week, because you have to load different weeks for your racing. So they'd probably average from 8 to 16 hours of total training time. And then you might add more or take less depending on your upcoming races.
Ngerti?
Enggak, aku kurang paham.
Katanya tergantung yang season, dia mulai season.
Dia tergantung musim.
So,
kalau musim dingin dia ngapain?
Dia bukan dingin atau enggak. Dia season balap. Udah mulai season balap.
Musim balap dia akan melakukan.
Kalau udah mulai, let's say March, February, dia bisa main per minggu 4-5 kali minimum. Per minggu main motor.
Hampir setiap hari.
Hampir setiap hari.
1 minggu 7 hari.
Iya,
dia 5 hari.
4-5 kali.
4-5 kali. Wow.
Bukan minggu kan? Bukan hobi kan? Terus ada ada lagi, ada running, swimming, cycling, gym. Ya, tambah semua.
Ngurut nggak ngurut message? Iya. Terus sebelum kamu berada di tim Beta Factory Racing, kamu di tim balap apa? Motor apa?
Before the Beta Factory team, you are racing with who? Maybe you have other team, other type of bike?
Yeah, so before I signed with the factory team in 2016, 2015 I rode for Jarno Boano in the Junior World Championship on a 252 stroke. And then before that, I rode for KTM UK on a 254 stroke in 2013 and 14. And then prior to that was, you know, my family, we were sort of buying the bikes and the parts, and I was running KTM 252 strokes. So like 2012, 11, yeah. And then before that, 125s. So.
Ya, sebelumnya Beta dia udah ada tim satelit, yang pakai KTM 250 ya, pakai KTM 20, 2 tak, 4 tak, juga semua.
Itu berapa tahun yang lalu?
Oh, 2011, 2012, 2013.
Dia masih sendiri ya? Masih sendiri ya? Setelah itu dia ditarik oleh Beta Racing.
Yeah. So you go from the, let's say, private team directly to Beta Factory. No Boano, right? You never ride with Boano.
Yeah, I ride with Boano in 2015.
What year?
2015.
2000, yeah. So Boano,
yeah, which was
Boano is Boano pakai Beta juga di Italia. Dia is like say is bukan factory tapi di bawah sedikit factory. Dia ada support full dari Beta Factory. Pakai motor Beta dan Boano, Ari Oskaku juga beli barang-barang dari Boano.
Oke. Dia di kelas apa?
You what class now? You are A3? A2. So A2, tell us more about A2. What class? Because Indonesia they not really knows about Enduro GP. They know much about the hard Enduro. What is the difference between A2, A1, and A1?
The regulation.
Yeah. So basically, in our sport, we have classes for the capacity of the bike. So once you progress out of the junior like category, we have 3 main classes, which is E1, which is 125cc like 2-stroke, 250cc 2-stroke, and 250cc 4-stroke. So everything less than 250cc. Then E2, which is anything above 250cc 2-stroke, but below 300cc 2-stroke, and less than 450cc 4-stroke. And E3 is 300cc 2-stroke and above, and 500cc or above 450cc 4-stroke. Sorry, that was confusing.
Right?
Yeah, 350 I'm riding.
350 4-stroke.
4-stroke. Katanya dia bilang kalau E1 kelas 250 4 tak dan 2 tak.
Junior.
2 tak dan 4 tak. Ini kelas E1, E2, E3. Ada 3 kelas.
E1 itu apa?
E1 kelas motor 250 2 tak sampai 4 tak. Keduanya bisa. E2 250 sampai maksimum 300 2 tak.
2 tak. Only 2 stroke.
Only 2 and then 4 tak sampai 350 4 tak. Dan E3 300-500 ke atas. 4 tak.
Itu paling top E3.
Beda kelas, bukan ada top atau K3 ada 3
untuk
kelas.
Umur ridernya?
What about the age of the rider? Is free or for each class or is different?
So is above 23, because when you're younger than 23, you can still race in the junior class. So yeah, it's basically all riders above 23 until, I'm not sure of the age limit, but I think it's pretty open.
Ya, katanya bypass kalau mau masuk di E2 atau yang kelas itu dunia ya. Kalau itu junior itu beda, ada motornya itu beda. Di bawah tapi di bawah 23 harus di bawah 23.
Itu masuknya junior.
Junior.
Di berapa?
Junior, kelas junior.
Oh, junior only junior.
Junior.
And then kalau E1, E2, E3 itu
Khusus juara dunia.
Above.
Ada kelas berbeda-beda motor.
Di atas umur berapa?
2-3 atas.
Oh, 2-3 ke atas.
Ya. Pak, tapi bisa kalau muda bisa juga, bergantung dia.
Oh, muda boleh.
Tapi kalau yang tua tidak boleh masuk ke junior.
Iya, tapi kalau yang muda kenapa boleh masuk ke yang tua?
Iya, tergantung dia. Tapi pasti orangnya di sana tidak mungkin bisa kalau muda dia mau kelas beda-beda harus ya step by step lah.
And then kenapa kamu tidak mengikuti kompetisi like Red Bull Romania atau World Enduro Super Series West yang sekarang ini banyak yang digandrungi oleh para penghobi gitu?
Because in Indonesia they mostly know hard enduro, so they know a lot of riders in the hard enduro. So they ask me why you not riding in that kind of race like Romaniacs or the West Championship or even the Super Enduro like that.
Yeah, they're very different sports almost. You find a lot of the WES riders and Super Enduro riders are mainly from trials and have a very good trials background, so they're very technically good on a motorbike, and a lot of them are fast as well, whereas with what we do, speed is more more important really. You need to have a good technical level, but for us it's about getting from A to B as fast as you can, whereas with the WES race, although they do have to go fast, a lot of it is more technical, and for me, I'm just not technical rider or not a good enough rider really to be able to challenge the top guys. So yeah, I like to stick to what I'm good at, which is Enduro GP.
Gini, katanya dia bilang, ini jauh beda. Orang yang main di West, biasanya dia background trial tingginya, so skill beda. Tapi dia yang kencang banget.
Nah, basicnya si Steve Holcombe tuh dari trial atau?
Dia dari motocross.
Oh, dia dari motocross.
So, dia fokus fast, very fast. Dia main kencang.
Karena basicnya bukan di trial.
Bikin trial.
Oh, gitu.
Yeah.
Do you like a coffee? Yeah. Drink a coffee? Coffee dulu guys, biar ngantuk. Yeah.
So you say basically you don't have any background trial. In England, a lot of people like to play trial.
Yeah, for sure, and I like to train a little bit with the trials bike, but the difference between riding for a little bit of fun and actually racing in those conditions are completely different. It's much like a bicycle. If you learn to ride a bicycle when you're young, when you're older, it's so much easier compared to if you learn to ride a bicycle when you're an adult. It's really difficult. So I grew up racing or trying to go fast rather than trying to be precise and whatnot. So
dia katanya bilang juga dia ada main trial sedikit, cuma fun doang, nggak serius. More fun doang. Ya lebih fokus kalau dia main enduro.
In Beta Factory Racing Team temennya siapa yang fokus ke extreme enduro atau basically dari trial itu? Seperti Brad Freeman kah?
In your team, you having a rider also riding only for like the hard enduro, or all of them they are for enduro?
Yeah, so we have me and Brad Freeman that are racing for like the Enduro GP Championship, and then we have Benja Herrera, the Chilean rider, who is doing some hard enduro races, which is good, and I hope he can have some good races.
Katanya bilang ada dua orang motor di Enduro GP, dia sama Brad Friedman dan Herrera
untuk di hard
enduro, orang dari Chile, orang khusus hard enduro.
Basic trial.
No, bukan basic trial, dia tahun ini atau tahun depan fokus for the balap yang hard enduro.
Di hard enduro.
So I'm gonna ask you now, because we know myself too already trial, the Romanians, we know how it's work. It's a rally, so it's a long riding. But what about, I heard also in Enduro GP, it's a long day too. When you're riding in the world class Enduro GP, tell us more about what is all about your day, your racing days, what, Saturday, Sunday, or how is what? How many kilometers, how many special tests, what type of special tests you do?
Yeah, so usually our race, we can walk like our special tests that we are timed on. So we can start walking from Wednesday. So all of Wednesday is spent walking the tracks we're going to race on, as well as Thursday and Friday. And then, so usually we walk around between, I would say, 20 to 30, maybe even 40 kilometers on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before the race. And then we start the racing off Friday night. We have a special test, like a super special, which is a figure of 8, usually between 1 and 1 minute 30 long, which is nothing too serious, but is mainly to, you know, get some spectators in and start the event off with a good atmosphere. So we start, it's 2-day event. So Saturday we usually start 9 a.m. in the morning. And how the race works is we have one big long lap, and on that lap there is 3 different special tests. So there's an extreme test, which is usually quite short, but very technical. And that varies from 3 minutes to 4 minutes long, usually. The next test usually is a motocross test, which is a little bit faster, a little bit more open, maybe on a motocross track or like some fields. They usually last from 5 to 8 minutes long. And then the third test is an enduro test, which is through the forest, you know, a lot longer, more technical, like a good between the two compared to a motocross and extreme test. And they are usually from 6 minutes up to 12 minutes. And then our whole lap in between each special test, we have transfers, and they can be really, really technical, especially in countries like Germany, France, Eastern European countries. They're really technical. Some places where we have to push the bike. And yeah, so we do 3 laps of that circuit. So we do 9 special tests in total, which is usually over an hour long of going like as fast as you can. And the day usually lasts between 6 hours or 7 hours each day, which I don't know exactly kilometers, probably, I don't know, I'd say between 60 to 100 kilometers, depending on the track and the location and how much travel between the tests we have to do.
Wow.
A lot of information.
Dari mulai Rabu sampai hari Jumat, dia cuma walking track. 3 hari disampai 40 km only on special test.
Jadi dari taruhlah hari Sabtu, hari kedua, Rabu, Kamis.
Yang balap mulai Jumat. Seperti kualifikasi, dia bisa 2 cuma buat hari Sabtu dan Minggu balap. Hari Sabtu balap 1 putaran 3 kali. Di dalam 1 putaran ada 3 special test. Kira-kira special test bisa yang extreme test, motocross test, enduro test. Extreme test bisa mungkin 4 menit, yang enduro test bisa 10 menit. Tapi ya masalah di mana aku lihat 1 hari bisa 1 putaran bisa 60 sampai 100 kilo. 1 hari bisa selesai 6-7 jam. Jadi 2.
Berarti 1 lap itu
between ya
60
sampai
2 pembalap dengan
3 tes, special test 3. Iya.
Di starting itu 2 pembalap.
Jumat.
Itu kualifikasi. Di finalnya hari
Sabtu Minggu.
1-1.
Bukan, iya 1-1 ada
satu pembalap dengan waktu.
siapa yang cepat tapi di dalam special test.
Oh, di dalam track itu ada special test.
Ada special test.
Ada checker lagi, ada.
Checker lagi 3 kali.
Dia pakai transponder apa timing system?
You using a transponder or time transponder?
Oh, transponder karena ya sensor ya, jadi sensor.
Tapi susah banget ya tahu. Satu hari dia bisa main satu putaran dari 60 sampai 100 kilo dikali 3 kali. Satu hari.
Kenapa harus 3 lap itu?
Ya, that's a regulation dari.
Jadi one lap itu 60 kilometer.
Kilo, 100 kilo tergantung total satu putaran ya.
Satu putaran tuh 60 kilo.
So say one lap can be between 60 to 100 kilo.
Yeah, I don't know exactly because it varies the race.
Depends on
but yeah, we usually ride between 1 hour 45 or 2 hours a lap.
Yeah, could be satu putaran 2 jam, 1:45.
Yeah.
It's also very tough then because I think between one test to another special test, you cannot get much relax, right?
No, because everything is controlled by time. So we start at 9 a.m., but then we may have 30 minutes to arrive at the first checkpoint. But in that checkpoint, you have one special test. Then you arrive at that checkpoint maybe with, usually we have around 5 minutes rest at each checkpoint. So you go do the test, arrive at the checkpoint, 5 minutes rest. Then you may have a 60 to 80 minute transfer, which maybe has another test in. So then you pretty much ride nearly non-stop until you arrive at the next checkpoint where you have maybe 5 minutes rest. And then you ride another 20-30 minute checkpoint back to the paddock. And then you refuel, take some food, and then start the lap again.
But you still have to carry speed during the.
Yeah. You still have to ride fast because it's for like local races. You have to ride a little bit sort of slower, but for World Championship level, we do have some tight checks also, which is a really tight amount of time to make the transfer. So sometimes we have 20-25 minute transfers that are nearly as fast as you make a special test. So yeah, it's quite tough.
It's quite stress though. So basically, what he says, it has to push on that. Ini harus kencang terus. Katanya dari satu special test ke dua special test itu tidak tinggi. Tapi nggak bisa pelan-pelan, harus kencang juga.
Dan setiap race ada istirahat.
Nggak terlalu.
Ada misalkan kualifikasi.
Dia mungkin 5 menit. 5 menit buat makan baru langsung jalan kalau karena selesai.
Wow.
Iya. Mau apa lagi?
Terus saran kamu nih, Steve, kira-kira untuk para penghobi yang sedang di Indonesia kan lagi wow gitu kan. Jadi saran kamu apa nih, Steve? Apakah harus meningkatkan skill rider atau meningkatkan performance motor, upgrade motor dulu kah, atau mengupgrade skill rider, atau sebaliknya?
I think it's for sure if you're like a young rider starting riding from not a massive amount of skill level, for sure it's better to go and learn some things from a better rider. But for me, I think it's very important first to get your technique correct, then to build confidence, and then when you have technique and confidence, your speed will arrive. A lot of people try to go fast, really fast, like really early. But the problem with that is you don't have the skill level to go that fast, so you usually crash and get injured, and which can knock your confidence. So for me, it's better to get your technique right, build your confidence, and then the speed will arrive.
Katanya bilang lebih baik kamu belajar teknik dulu dan dari motor, atau kamu cari speed kencang tapi tidak ada teknik. Masalahnya nanti bisa di crash terus dan tidak ada skill. So belajar
jatuh mulu guys. Jadi ya lebih baik itu menurut Steve itu meningkatkan skill rider, teknik dasar, lalu upgrade motor ya gitu.
Dan ya, dari jangan cari speed kencang-kencang dan belum ada skill.
Oh iya. Harus meningkatkan skill atau skill.
Di belakang Steve aku lihat motor. Mau tanya enggak? Motor
itu motor kamu motor apa? Terus spesifikasinya seperti apa?
The official bike, right? So what's the difference between your bike and the standard bike? And sometimes we are talking about a lot, you know, also in my shop we having people a lot of asking about suspension. But I think when you're riding, you also having different type of suspension between type of different track, or how? Can you tell more about?
I'll show you some things. So this is my race bike, really. It was the bike that I would race the Italian Championship on before the whole coronavirus. So starting from the front, we have sort of 4 contact points. We have 2 contact points on the ground, which is obviously tires and mousses. So I usually run this like soft tire with a soft mousse, and this helps a lot your traction. We have different discs and pads from one of our sponsors, Galfa, and also we have some quite cool brake calipers from Nissin, which are a little bit lighter than standard. We have now the new KYB fork, and the fork inside is standard, although we have a different setting for what I use during the race, just a little bit stronger than the standard setting, because we travel a lot faster than you do on a standard bike. We have like the controls are another contact point for a rider, so it's really important to have a good setup on the handlebars. And yeah, so I use these Raycon bars. Graphics seat, we have Blackbird seat, which is really grippy compared to the standard seat. Engine, inside the engine we have it's not really modified. We have Vertex pistons, which help a little bit with the compression. So with the 350 I'm running a little bit more compression, so there's more torque in the bottom end of the engine, and the 350 revs a lot higher, so that yeah, the engine just has a little bit more power than standard. I think I'm running standard gearing. I think it's 1349. We have FMF sponsor us for exhausts, so I use the FMF exhaust system, which helps a little bit with the power. Shock is standard material inside. We have the little adapter here that holds more oil, so it's a little bit more consistent in during the day. We have the preload adjuster here, which adjusts the sag and ride level of the bike. But yeah, generally it's based on a stock bike. The frames, standard geometry, yeah, and all the parts are basically like what you find on your on a bike you can buy. So yeah, that's what's good about riding a Beta, is it's based on a standard bike. We just have to make some improvements for our race spec.
Oh, yeah. Katanya dia bilang basically motor standar yang Ford, ada cuma rival doang, dan dia suka pakai Raycon yang handlebar beda-beda, dan lever standar juga. Tapi itu 35, dia tahun ini pakai 354 kan. Dia modifikasi dari standar, ada sedikit kompresi lagi biar more torsi aja. Tapi ya four stroke, dan juga suspensi belakang biar standar, konsisten, dan juga rem dan juga rem juga Nissin ya, standar. juga. Ada cover seat lebih grippy dari standar.
Ya.
Ya udah.
Optional.
Mau tanya buat
kamu, do you like between 4-stroke or 2-stroke?
So what do you like more, 2-stroke or 4-stroke?
I mean, I spent quite a few years on the 2-stroke, so it depends also on the riding and the terrain. The 2-stroke is better, you know, more technical places and when the conditions are bad with, you know, the weather. Whereas the 4-stroke tends to be quite a lot stronger when the ground is really hard and you have quite a faster test because the bike is a lot sort of more on the ground, more planted. So yeah, at the moment it's, you know, I'm really enjoying riding the 4-stroke and it's a good difference between however many years I've done on the 2-stroke. So yeah, at the moment I would say the 4-stroke.
Dia bilang ya pasti yang 2 tak lebih baik mungkin kalau ada technical dan yang susah ya. Tapi dia sekarang pakai 4 tak baru mulai tahun ini. Dari dulu udah 2 tak terus. Sekarang dia suka banyak yang 4 tak juga. Kalau ada hardware itu lebih.
Berarti 4 tak beta yang dipakai itu kan injeksi ya? Ya,
injeksi.
Kalau 2-stroke-nya karburator.
Ya, with the 2-stroke still carburetor. The beta, right?
Yeah.
Good bike. I have one. 2-stroke. In Indonesia, many people like 2-stroke, 300. Weng.
Yeah, it's a really good bike.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, ya. SERI aja OGAH, and then you must comment di bawah ya, comment on below. Ya. In Indonesia banyak fansnya dia.
Jadi you will have a lot of fans. Someone ask, ada orang tanya Pak itu Samoendro. He asked me when you will come to Indonesia.
Oh, kapan kamu datang Indonesia?
Really soon. Obviously.
After Corona.
Yeah, no, it'd be cool. It'd be awesome too.
And then ada Pak Agun Kaus. Dia tanya, kenapa kamu suka beta? Why you like beta? Got the guy asking.
Yeah, just the whole atmosphere, especially from the race team point of view. It's very family orientated. You know, you don't feel so much like just a number. And yeah, I have a really good relationship with the team, and you know, and I'm really happy to put a lot of effort into to ride for this team, and we've had a lot of success. So yeah, it's definitely a good relationship.
Katanya, kamu tanya kenapa kamu suka pakai beta? Dia terlalu yang beta lebih family team, so tidak ada terlalu banyak pressure dan dia tidak seperti number doang. Dia like family, so udah berapa tahun enak. So
nyaman lah ya.
Tidak ada pressure, lebih baik, yang balap juga enak juga.
Jadi nggak stres gitu kan. Terus juga, do you like 2-stroke injection?
You like I've never tried the 2-stroke injection?
No, I've never ridden one with injection. Yeah, for me at the moment, whilst we can use the carb, for me I think it's better for the 2-stroke.
Katanya bilang sampai dia bisa pakai carb, lebih enak pakai carb aja.
Oh, itu saranmu. Oke. Thank you so much. Ada lagi?
No, so far we done all the questions. So we probably see you soon later in. Mungkin ada ya di Indonesia ada ankle race.
Ada.
Mungkin bisa join ya. Ya bisa tanya nggak? Mau tanya nggak?
Dia tuh especially for enduro cross, like enduro cross.
You never enduro cross? You never tried before?
I tried when I was really young. I think it was 2013. In the UK, we have one race, but yeah, I was really bad. So
dia udah coba 13 tahun, umur 13, tapi enggak.
Terus, apakah kamu bila mana kamu datang ke Indonesia, Terus juga misalkan di Indonesia pas ada balapan enduro cross on the circuit, apakah kamu mau coba itu?
Di Angkor Race?
No, di Angkor Race is a rally.
Iya, tapi banyak orang seperti dia.
Iya, tapi kan dia rider fast.
Ya.
Ya, bukan tempatnya.
Ya,
kalau Steve HOLCOMBE, kalau Brad Freeman atau Herrera, Hart itu bisa. Tapi Steve HOLCOMBE menurut aku lebih cocok di enduro cross seperti jarum super endurance. Itu good.
Mungkin ya kalau ada bisa join ya.
Bisa join ya.
Atau mau bisa tanya mungkin dia ada teman di enduro nggak di England? Di England banyak orang.
Iya, banyak.
Di England, we having a lot of rider play hard enduro. Do you know some of them? You maybe play together? Or?
No, a lot of those riders live a lot further north than me, like around 4 hours north of me. So yeah, it's difficult to try to ride with them. And yeah, I just try to stick with what I know and try to limit the risk of injury. So yeah, I tend to just ride and practice what I'm going to race.
Ya, katanya beda area. England ya, so nggak terlalu banyak. Dia fokus more on what he do like yang enduro. We're gonna make a track for you to make Indonesian people to see how fast you go.
Yeah, we can do this.
Alright, cool. Okay. Ciao, Steve. Thank you very much. And see you next.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.